Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer. I am online with Agent Lion, and once again, I am playing Train Sim with Thomas the Tank Engine.
Hooray!
Not the actual Thomas the Tank Engine, because he is, well, he's having a well-deserved rest after his last exploit. I am playing as Oliver, because I had some comments on the last one, particularly from a YouTuber called the Yorkshire Liner, so thank you for him for his support. And it's also become one of my most successful videos. So we are going to, well, I am going to show you more of my route. All the little branch lines. So tonight we're starting with the Little Western, which runs from, where's my map? Runs from Tidmouth, which is where we started last time, but it runs this way, up the coast, to Awdry. And eventually meets with something called the Mid-Sodor Railway, but we'll get to that later. So we're back in Tidmouth. We've just seen Donald go past with a train of milk. Next to us is James, the cheeky little bastard.
Cheeky little shit.
I wonder if I could do a Thomas the Tank Engine sort of modern railway series.
Thomas, as done by Quentin Tarantino.
Yes. Thomas, the epic series. Brought to you by the Humble Gamer. So yes, James will head out shortly, and we'll wait for him to go before I go, because I'm not on a timetable. It's a nice, easy run. I've got stops to make, but I don't have to make them in any particular order, so we can have a look around. But we had a good look around Tidmouth last time, so yes, James is there next to the breakdown train, which actually works apparently. You can actually pilot that crane. I don't know whether I'll do that for you. I don't know. That would have to be a story one, I think. But yes. So once James makes a move, we shall make a move ourselves. In fact, there goes James. It's very nice of him. So now we can make a move. So Oliver, away. So I'm in a tunnel now. By the way, Dave is playing Overwatch.
Yeah.
Dave is playing Overwatch tonight, so check out the one shot we did of Overwatch down below. If you're not just here for the trains, which is fine if you are, by the way. Hello, Bullwinkle. Well, he's escaped. But while we're in a tunnel, a little bit about Oliver as an engine. He is actually, many of you might be thinking, particularly if you're big Thomas the Tank Engine fans, why is he not going with Duck? Duck is the talisman of the Great Western Railway on Sodor. He might be.
Duck's kind of a prick.
Duck is kind of a prick. Except he's not, but he kind of is.
Kind of is.
The reason I went with Oliver is because Oliver is particularly my favourite type of locomotive. He is also a fuck. Thank you, Dave.
Sorry.
That was beautiful, mate. I love it. No, Oliver is my favourite type of Great Western locomotive. He is a 1400 or 14XX or 4800 or 48XX class 042 tank engine, as you can see here, built in 1932 for light branch line traffic, which is exactly what he's pulling here. He's actually pulling, and I'll sit in them for a little bit, he's pulling two auto coaches. Now an auto coach is it's basically steam trains doing what modern trains do now, in that you can drive it from both ends. For example, if I sit in Oliver's cab, I can also go and sit in the cab of the auto coach directly behind him, and in the cab of the auto coach at the back. You can see there's all the controls here. You can work the locomotive from the other carriage. So it's the same as basically a train today, one of those diesel or electric jobs. You go in one end, when you get to the wrong end you don't have to run around, you can just literally walk down to the other end of the platform and get in that end. So yes, his two coaches are called Alice and Dulcie, I think. I don't know. I have it in my Thomas the Tank Engine complete collection, which you can see on the camera now. These are all the original stories written by the Reverend W. Awdry. Now, where is Oliver? Oliver! Any Top Gear fans, that was for you. Oh, Dave's done something awesome. What happened, Dave?
It wasn't me. It was the actual player game that came up. It was, but the tracer on my team
Yes.
jumped off the stage,
Right.
reversed it by coming back onto the stage, and then just promptly jumped off again, like an idiot.
Nice.
Proud
of him.
Will not be staying with that team.
Proud of him. Forgive me, Oliver is just speeding. Because, you know, fuck the rules of the railway that I created. But yes, while I try and discover this, Alice, Oliver's coaches. I know my shit. Oliver's coaches are called Isabel, who is the one at the front, and Dulcie. Alice and Mirabelle are Duck's auto coaches. In fact, you can see the auto coaches a lot better here. And I should point out, this particular bit of scenery we're going through is still a WIP. It's still a work in progress. I'm still adjusting things. This was actually the first bit of the route I ever built. So yeah, this is the oldest bit of the route, apart from Tidmouth Station itself, which had to be built first. But here is Oliver running through the sunshine as we make our way swiftly towards the fishing village of Awdry. So we've made it to the small fishing town of Awdry. This is one I'm particularly proud of, mainly because the station itself is set on a bridge, so I had to build this station myself. Because at the time I didn't have things like the Riviera in the 50s, or indeed the Riviera route to begin with, where they have stations on bridges. So I had to build this all myself, so I was quite proud of that. Next to us is, of course, the famous Duck, originally called Montague because he waddles. It's actually a story based on the model that the Reverend Awdry had on his own railway, his own actual model railway, because the engine's wheels weren't quite set properly, so it did actually waddle along the track. So his children nicknamed it Duck, and that's where the name came from. He's pulling a couple of fuel tankers with the troublesome trucks behind him, and you can see that there's just some more stuff. Again, to get the Thomas Tank and stuff, check the link in the description below, and you can get the troublesome trucks from there. I think that's where I got the troublesome trucks from. But yes, so but the thing I'm most pleased about with Awdry is the actual village itself, because the village over here is alright. We'll see some more details of that once I start pulling away. But down here there's a little harbour, and look, this is a really sad and geeky thing to be really happy about, but just let me take the thing off. Look, the fishing boats wobble! The fishing boats actually wobble! Which is amazing. And I know I'm sad for saying that, but I don't care. But yeah, so we've moved off. We'll move off from Awdry very soon. And we've now arrived at Awdry, which is this little town. It's a fairly sizable town up in the northwest, sorry, of Sodor. If you look across from any high point in Awdry, you can see the Isle of Man. Now, this is where modeller's licenses start to come in, because in later episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine, sort of the more modern stuff, in the more modern movies, the one starring John Hurt, which is Thomas and the Lost Treasure or something like that. Sorry about my knowledge. There is a route that goes from Arlesborough to Harwick, which is right up the north. So there's Arlesborough and there's Harwick up there. You can see on the map there's just a road. But I decided, what the heck, I'll put that route in as well. And you will see this later. That's where that little track track is going off up there. We're, however, going to go that way, just down to the harbour. It's a nice short little run. But this is the station at Awdry, which is serviceable, very much based on GWR style stations. You've got a large fishing train there, devious diesel, just here, looking miserable as ever. Then you've got Douglas there waiting to take the logging train, which is next to him. But before we do any of that, we're going to have to start Oliver moving again, so let's head on down to the harbour. One little final trip. And here we are, we've made it to Arlesborough Harbour, half an hour outside of Tidmouth if you obey the speed limits. But yes, now this is quite a big harbour. As you can see, Percy's sat there waiting with a load of stone trucks. He would make his way away, but unfortunately the game is a dick when it comes to single track and engines moving in opposite directions, which in many ways is a good safety feature when you think about it. And the passengers from Oliver's train, which we're just letting off now, because they can't leave until I push the button. They will pop off across the boardwalk and onto the ocean liner there, which is from the Forum platform, the Forum Peninsula DLC, which I think is still available. Not sure. Check out Steam. But next to us is what would be Duke's old branch line, but they haven't given us the Festiniog yet, so I've had to be creative, but we'll come to that in another episode. So, I hope you have enjoyed this little look at the Little Western on Sodor. There shall be another episode coming up, hopefully in a week's time, which will be me driving down Edward's branch line. So thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying what we're seeing, please like and subscribe, not just to me but to Dave as well, who's been playing Overwatch all night. Check him out in the description below, also for our D&D game. But yes, double check out down below. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you want to see the Thomas the Tank Engine stuff, check out the link in the description again below to get that. Thank you very much for watching. I was me, he was him. That was some more Thomas the Tank Engine. See you soon, guys. Goodbye. Ah, who's this?
Me!
Apparently I can kill...
Generated.
Yes, you can kill your own teammate.
That's what you get.
What? Fucking team killing bastard. Team killing bastard.